Hello, everyone. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is that you took a little time out of your life to tune in and listen for a few minutes. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I wanted to talk a little bit about just one aspect of hearing aids, and that's the style of the hearing aid. And what I mean by that is the physical characteristics of the hearing aids. What do they look like? What do they feel like? What size are they? Those kind of things. And not all are appropriate for every person that we see, based upon what your hearing needs are, based upon what we find from your hearing examination. Some we will recommend one style over another, to be honest with you, but I wanted to let you know what's available and what is out there. The first category, I guess, that I would talk about is what I call the invisible hearing aids. There are two hearing aids in this category. There's the completely in the canal, or CIC. The CIC was the reigning smallest or most invisible hearing aid in the industry for many, many, many years. And for people that are able to wear the small, more invisible technology, the CIC has been a workhorse for many, many years, and we still use CICs on a pretty regular basis. Now, there's also another hearing aid in this category. It's called the invisible in the canal, or IIC. The IIC is even smaller than the CIC, and it actually fits deeper in your ear. So it is even more invisible than the CIC that we have used for so many years now. The invisible aids, the CICs and the IICs, are not appropriate for everybody. Sometimes your hearing loss will not allow us to use one of these hearing aids. Sometimes maybe just your ability to feel in the end of your fingers and to physically manipulate the hearing aids, or sometimes there's a vision issue that can make a CIC or an IIC a bad idea. But for people that they are appropriate for, they can do an exceptional job. And actually now, most of you have probably heard that hearing aids by and large are rechargeable now. And as of just the last couple of years, we have actually had CICs that are rechargeable. So no changing batteries and all of those kind of things. The next category is what I would call in the ear hearing aids. And these are just like CICs and IICs. These hearing aids are custom made to your ear. We take an impression of your ear, and the hearing aid company uses that to build the hearing aids specifically to fit your ear. There's two or three different styles within this category. There's one that we call in the canal, or ITC, and it's just a little bit bigger than the CICs that we just talked about. They are definitely a little more visible, but they also have some capabilities that some of the smaller products don't have. And then the next step up would be a half shell hearing aid. And basically what that means is that the visible part of the hearing aid out here would fill about half of your ear. That's why it has the name that it has. And then there's the full shell. Now, you probably have seen over the years, you have probably seen somebody wearing a full shell. It fully fills this bowl portion of your ear. And we've used those for many, many years. Honestly, we don't use them as much now as we once did, simply because changes in the technology have made it less necessary for us to fill the whole ear up like we once did on such a regular basis. And so we've got the invisible hearing aids, and we've got the in-the-ear hearing aids, and then we've got the hearing aids that go behind your ear, or at least the larger portion of the hearing aids go behind your ear. And there's a couple of different devices. One is just the standard behind the ear, or BTE hearing aid. Those have been around for many, many, many years, longer than I've been alive probably. And they actually were the first hearing aids that could be worn entirely on the ear. There was nothing in your pocket or anything like that. BTEs were a very big part of the industry for a very long time because there were so many hearing losses that we could fit with the BTE or behind the ear devices. We don't use them as much anymore, once again because of changes in technology. Now we do have people that have more severe or even severe to profound hearing losses that the BTEs are still necessary, but certainly not like they once were. And then there's the most common style of hearing aid that we use. You will hear them called receiver-in-the-canal, or RIC, or RIC is what we normally say. Or sometimes you'll hear them called receiver-in-the-ear, or RIE hearing aids. It's the same thing. And it's a small device that goes behind the ear, or usually here very near the top of the ear. And then there's just a very small wire that goes down into your ear, and the only part of the hearing aid that's actually in your ear is just the speaker that sends the amplified sound down towards your eardrum. Everything else is back here. The receiver-in-the-canal devices, from the very first day that someone sat down with a blank sheet of paper and decided that they were going to build and design a new style of hearing aid, they were thinking about people that had good low frequency or low pitch hearing, but in the higher pitches they had a hearing problem. And that is by far the most common hearing loss that we see. And for many, many years, to be honest with you, we didn't have a style of hearing aid that worked particularly well for that. And so the industry finally decided to do something about that, and they designed the RIC, or receiver-in-the-canal devices. Because the hearing loss that receiver-in-the-canal devices are designed for is so common, they're the vast majority of what we do. They are 70 to 80% of the industry easily at this point in time. And they have other advantages. There's a lot in the technology aspect of hearing aids these days. There's a lot of things going on with Bluetooth compatibility to a smartphone and rechargeability, and now the use of artificial intelligence to help you hear better in background noise. There's a lot of things going on. And the amount of those things or those benefits of the hearing technology that you can get is determined by how much space is available. So, for example, the completely in the canal hearing aids, the ones that are almost invisible, completely invisible and go down in your ear, there's not a lot of room there. And so we don't necessarily get all the benefits or all of the advantages that are available to us. In the receiver-in-the-canal devices, everything is there. We have everything that is available in the industry packed into that device and available to help people hear as well as we possibly can. And so I'm a big fan of them. That's what I wear, as a matter of fact. But those are the basic styles of hearing aids that are available. And we will certainly, after a hearing evaluation, we will make one or more recommendations of what options we think would be appropriate for you. But I just wanted you to know, what they were and what was available and what was out there. So thank you so much for a few minutes of your time. If you or someone you know or love has a hearing problem, we would very much like to be a part of the solution. If you would like to make an appointment for a complimentary hearing aid evaluation, if you would like to ask questions about hearing aid styles or anything else related to hearing loss and hearing aids, you can reach out to us. You can find us online at www.hearingaidsjonesboro.com. You can email us at info@hearingaidsjonesboro.com, or you can just give us a call at the office. Our number is 268-1488. And we would love to have the opportunity to help you out in any way that we can. Thank you again for a few minutes of your time. And if we can help out, please reach out. Have a great day.